Today it's about Kev's birthday. What was the last episode? Last episode was my birthday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So today's episode is about your birthday. We start from the very first day. I went to collect some stuff, drinks and stuff, and then I met you at the hotel.
The first thing we did was to actually play Mario Kart on the screen.
Oh yeah. Does anybody else play Mario Kart? We need friends.
I need more rubies.
Oh yeah, we actually didn't have anything ready until the evening.
So we kind of like chilled in the room, and then
Yeah.
we actually left slightly earlier for our dinner reservation. And then
So this station, like Dorset is just above Outram station, like this entrance, right? But the weird thing is that to lead to the lift, there is a lift. So that I had to go through this lift and I'd call for security before I could get to the lift to the MRT.
yeah,
It's a bit noisy, so let's just watch.
so instead of having a mini lift, like what do you think should be an alternative?
Ramp. I think the lift just makes it another barrier to access, because then I need to call the security to access the lift, which is in my opinion a bit unnecessary. If they can build a ramp, then I can access it anytime without help. But yeah, I mean, they had their reasons for building a lift, I guess. I think the person who built it definitely is not a wheelchair user lah. Then after that we went to where is CityLink, right?
Yeah.
So CityLink, then I remember we had a hard time getting to Marina Square, right? Which is where we wanted to end up. Actually, I forgot that we had to take the stair climber lah. So then I did not factor in how long it would take to get the security guard, to call them, to wait for them to like bring the lift, call the lift, stair climber up to where we are. This is the first one. So we waited for it to come up because it was downstairs. Open, and it's hydraulic, so it's quite slow. Strap me in. Don't touch the.
So we were just like standing there watching her, and she was just like sending dagger glares at me the whole time. And I was, this actually makes me look like you were just like descending from Star Wars or something. And everyone who was on the escalator was just staring at her. She was so sick and tired by the time she went through the third one.
So long.
So the moment we got to Marina Square, and then I went
ahead first.
Yeah, because it was exactly 7:30 when we found the entrance beside Pororo Park or something. It was actually a big round. Speed your way through and then say like, oh, we're here for the reservation and so on. Yeah.
So I think I booked this really really on. This was a Chope voucher. Shout out to Chope. And it was pretty reasonable for the options we had lah, The meat options were quite a lot. There was also salmon, sashimi options. And yeah, it was a buffet also. That was like the end of our first day, kind of.
Yeah.
It was just the end of dinner. Because then when we were walking out to, like, you can see we are at Esplanade Exchange or anything. And we were going to go back lah, to the hotel.
Yeah, I was going to take the train back.
And then we ran into friends.
Red line.
I think that's also to show you guys an example of how I get around if I don't want to push, or if Kev doesn't push me. I just hold. And she walks.
I feel like I'm walking a child.
It's so easy though. Is it hard?
True. No, it's actually much easier than pushing you from the back because your wheelchairs are like the handles are much lower.
Yeah.
So because of my height, I usually have to like bend a lot. Whereas this one is like I can actually walk like really upright without having to bend and stuff like that. I'm just like dragging you along.
Yeah. And then day 2 was actual day. Actual day, right?
Yes, actually.
Yes, actual day. And I had been planning this for a while. I knew that I wanted to get a really nice cake, and we both enjoyed Tapiku's desserts. So I thought there's no better person, you know?
This was actually really, really cool because it's a chocolate cake and then there was actually passion fruit, there was bananas in it, there were nuts at the top, there was also fresh herbs, there was a lot of fresh cream around the cake as well, as you can see in the middle photograph. But the major bonus was actually the little elephant on top. That's my baby Kiasa. So basically, Kiasa is 2 years old this year and she's actually living in Nairobi Nursery in Sheldrick Trust. And she actually was found walking around aimlessly with 2 bull elephants. So apparently her mom was killed and the 2 bull elephants actually protected her until the staff from Sheldrick Trust found her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sad.
I guess I'll show you a little bit more of the cake here. It's so pretty.
So cute. So like the trunk can actually move and the apple actually can come off as well. So it's detachable apple.
Amazing.
We went for dinner because day 2 was also a very relaxing day.
Yes. Okay. So why I got the bathtub was because we had bath bombs.
Yes.
And we wanted to use the bath bombs. So first day after the Tenkaichi dinner, we had the lavender. Someone
She fell asleep in the bathtub.
Someone fell asleep in the bathtub. It wasn't me. And then the day after this dinner, we used the cloud one, which
Yes.
like if anyone has seen, like it's the cloud one that releases the rainbow behind them.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, that was for my birthday, right? No, Christmas.
Yes, it was part of your Christmas present.
Yes. So day 2, and because it's your actual day, I wanted to make sure that it's something that you really enjoy. And you brought me to this place months ago.
So this is actually like my all-time favorite Mexican restaurant because of not only like the good food and stuff, but it's also the vibes, right? Like if you enter the place, you actually feel the whole ambience. It has the lights, it has the music, the stuff are really, really nice.
I don't think you expected that we were going to come here.
No, I was actually clueless. So like for day 2, it was actually a very chill day. And then after that we went for dinner. So like throughout the entire bus ride, I just kept like asking questions whether we're going to like Morton's, whether you're going to Steak, whether you're going to like all the places, and of all the places I didn't guess that it would be this restaurant. So the moment I found out, I was like, oh my god, like I can't believe I'm eating my favorite like meal at my favorite restaurant on my favorite day with my favorite person.
Yay! It's so colorful, and the food's really good. The only thing is that it's really crowded. So the food, oh my god, the food's so good. We always have to order this dish. What's it called?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but like phonetically, it is alambre. So it's just like beef cubes with it has like red pepper, it has green pepper, it has onions, it has cheese. It's so good. Like it's very, very tender, it's very soft, it's very yummy.
So
very tasty as well.
Yeah.
And then we actually ordered chips with guacamole. So what they do is they actually lay out the ingredients in front of you and they put it in this little stone, which in Peranakan language we call it anak lesung. And I was actually telling TG, you know, like my mom, if she ever sees this picture, she would kill me because that's not how you use an anak lesung. I think insult to the Nonias, okay. So I was like, yeah, but it was really, really good. Guac was really good. And I think they also ordered tacos on that day, right? And we also have margarita. So this place is really, really cool because they actually offer frozen margaritas. And I usually order a jug, which I finished by myself.
Wow. Flex, why don't you? I had one glass and then I was like, I can't.
So the thing about this frozen margarita is that when you actually order a jug, they'll give you 2 glasses or how many glasses you want. But if you actually order frozen margarita separately, they actually put the rim with salt on it. That was what we had in the first time.
Oh yeah.
And you got drunk as well. Or tipsy.
That was okay. I remember drinking that. The salt was really nice. It was really strong. And then after that, or was it before or after? I think after that we went to Atlas, right?
Yeah.
To have, you had more cocktails. I had a hot chocolate. So because it's actual day, we also have presents. Yeah, and okay, you just kept asking me throughout the months you knew I was planning. You kept trying to ask me what I bought for you. And you kept trying to guess, and every time I give in because I cannot, right?
So the thing about like me guessing is that most of the time my guesses are quite accurate and quite spot on with most of the guesses. So I actually did guess the kalimba, even though you told me it was a no, but I actually didn't know that you got me a tank drum, like a steel drum. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was really excited.
Just gonna play some videos of you playing with your presents. That was the first night, okay? You have
and then I actually like started practicing and I actually managed to play the whole song in a lower note and in a higher note and then both combined, and I actually been sending Teresa videos of me just like doing it over and over again.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. And then next is the steel drum.
This was the first time, and I think I played what Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fully,
and then
like,
it was the first time ever. So yeah, give me a chance. I will learn new songs and probably disturb my family with the noise, clanging noise.
Just a little bit of bonus from the dinner. So I think because I gave JY a bunch of things to work with, right? And then I showed him pictures of you with your cake, and then he told me the inspiration behind the whole cake, and it was basically thinking of how Shasa, when she was found, was hungry and lonely, and then Sheldrick Trust found her, and she's now a happy naughty baby. And then when I was telling this to Kath, she started crying.
I just like burst out crying. Yeah.
I was like, what happened? Are you okay?
You must also understand that I think a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually a major crybaby. Like I cry over a lot of things. So like the moment, especially this one lah, so sentimental, right? So obviously I cry lah.
Yeah. So I think just want to tell everybody that Shasa is completely safe and happy.
Yeah, so I'm not crying because like she's in any form of danger. I was just like crying because I was thinking of, like when she was actually very lonely with the 2 bull elephants and stuff. Yeah. So it's very sad but very touching.
Yeah, you look very poor thing. Day 3 is the main activity.
Yes.
We checked out first. We went to your place.
Yes.
We dropped off all the stuff, the cake, your presents, my bag with all my clothes. And then we went over to VivoCity. Then we walked there, and when we were near there, we heard the screams coming from there.
Yeah.
And then I started chickening out because I was like,
yes,
holy moly, it is so high. Yes. Okay, so what we did was indeed a giant swing. I chanced upon it somehow, and then I was like, because you're quite a big adrenaline junkie, nothing really scares you. I, on the other hand, I really enjoy roller coasters, but heights scare the heck out of me. But I thought it would be fun, and I didn't really think too much about it, and I was like, let's just go. It's one of the only few activities I have left to choose from. So then I chose.
That was a really fun activity though.
It was super fun, and I would go back again. Another thing was also I would. Another thing was like, okay, so you have to be strapped, lying position, right? And you actually have to be suspended. So generally they will strap you and then you get lowered. But because I can't stand, actually the staff were really, really helpful. He had to be on the platform, and usually you have to stand and strap and then lie down. For me, they made me lie down first, and then they got this. I guess this guy was meant to be the guy to carry people because he lifted me up and hooked up all the suspension stuff in the ropes and all, right. And then like I didn't have to do anything. I just like let him carry me.
This was also a really cool observation, like as a third person, right? Like while you're getting like strapped up and stuff like that. So even before you actually got onto the platform, they actually notified a couple of staff, because you actually have to put on like the Velcro and the main suit first. And the person, so there was actually one guy with dreadlocks who was strapping me up, and then he was briefing me and stuff, and then he said, oh, like, don't worry, you know, your friend will actually call someone down. And then another person came up, and I think perhaps that person was more experienced in helping to strap a person with like on a wheelchair. Then so throughout the entire time, they were actually like talking to us and telling us like, okay, so after you're strapped on, you put on your helmet. After you go on your helmet, you're gonna go on the platform. So the instructions were very clear. Like you could actually know what was happening, the next few steps and stuff. And then this huge ass guy, right, super muscular, like suddenly came out from the lift, and we're like, oh shit, what's going on, right?
You see her for me?
I think what I actually appreciated as a third person observing this was that there was a lot of conversations. He was constantly asking you like, okay, so the platform, do you want to go up by yourself first? And you actually said that you wanted to try. So you went up, and then after a while you were like, can you carry me?
Yeah.
And even when they were strapping you on, like adding the bungee ropes and stuff, he was constantly asking you like, do you feel balanced? You know, is this done properly? Is that done properly? So major plus points to AJ Hackett and their staff members, because it was really, really good for them to actually treat people, whether you have disability or not, as a person and not as an object or as a task that they need to complete.
Yeah, it was very reassuring because they were all friendly. They didn't make me feel like I was a burden. They were very thorough with making sure that everything is in place, you know, like you said, communication, making sure that I felt comfortable and not too tight, not too loose, stuff like that. And actually before this, I mean looking at Giant Swing, I was slightly worried that they wouldn't allow me to do it. So I sent a message, actually maybe even like a week after my birthday, just to check, hey, like if I want to come and play or want to do this Giant Swing activity, am I allowed to? And then I gave them like details like I can transfer myself. I'm a wheelchair user, but you know, all the things that they needed to know. And it was really fast free, to be honest. Like they said, yeah, of course, you know. And so then I had 2 months to try and keep that from you. But the actual day was really amazing. I forgot to leave the details here, but we'll leave it in the details below under the video. Definitely check out AJ Hackett. You can use your Singapore Rediscovers vouchers if you haven't. I will now play the video, and I will warn you there's screaming involved. Not from Kat.
Not from me.
Everything is from me. All the screaming is me. Okay? I'm putting my reputation on the line here. Enjoy.
All right. Welcome to the Hackathon Tota.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing today?
Good. Excited. I'm scared.
Whose idea was it to do a giant swing?
Why me?
Yeah. All right, ready to go? Let's do this. Here we go. I don't want to waste what's left. She's leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't want to waste what's left. We'll go through the wastelands, the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by
So
Wow.
okay, so basically a run through about like what really happened. Basically, when we were strapping up and stuff, like Teresa kept telling me like, okay, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. And then we started just going higher and higher and higher. And it's like backwards, right? So you can't really tell where it actually stops. And then midway through, when like, oh no, rather when we were actually just hanging there, she told Teresa, hey, look down, there's a lot of people watching us. Then she started like panicking, and then she's like, I don't want, I don't want, I don't want. And then I just had like, literally, what you don't hear on the camera is me telling her to shut the fuck up. And then like when the more scared you are, like the more like cheeky the staff members are, and so they basically like let us hang there for quite some time before they
They can hear my whimpers from down there. I was
kept
hanging
saying, I
there.
don't want, I don't want.
Yeah, I was hanging there holding on to her. I was like, oh, I don't want, I don't want, I don't want, I don't want. And
So then
sound travels, right?
eventually they actually raised the red flag, and then I was supposed to actually release us. And then Teresa was like, put your head up, put your head up, put your head up. And then so when we started flying, like Teresa was just screaming nonstop. What you actually don't know is that she was actually squeezing my arm really, really tight, to the point that I actually stopped feeling my arm. Like I couldn't feel my arm anymore because she probably like severed the veins and the nerves and whatever. And then while we were swinging, what was really interesting was that you actually suddenly remembered that we were recording. So that was why you actually like opened one eye to make sure like your arm was properly.
I didn't want to waste this opportunity, you know. Like, what if throughout my fear I put my hand down or something, you know, or it's too high or too low. So I was like, you know what? I'm so scared right now, but I'm gonna make sure this footage is worth it.
And then like here I am just like, wee, I'm flying.
You're actually like kicking your legs at the back, like, ooh, wee, and I'm like, ah! It was so fun.
It was
though.
really fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me definitely a little bit of when I went skydiving. The only difference is I don't actually watch while the plane goes up, right? But
Yeah.
this one I actually have to watch as we are going further back and up. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I think the suspense is a bit scary for me. But I would highly recommend it for
Yes.
someone who can do it, you know.
Oh, and the cool thing is that you actually don't have to worry about being too light, because they do have a minimum weight of 60 kilos, if I'm not wrong.
Is it?
But if you're lighter than that, they actually will accompany you just to make sure that it balances out.
Yeah. So that you have to give at the start of it, you have to give your weight, just so that there's a balance in distribution, lah, you know. Yeah. So it was really fun. I would definitely want to go back again. So that was our main activity. I really hope you enjoyed it, even though you had no feeling in your arms. And then after that we just went around, and then because I didn't say this, but I was thinking I don't really want to end it like this, because on my birthday we had like a kind of a finale of the dinner, right? The crab dinner, the seafood dinner. So I was thinking I kind of want to end it with dinner also. But what dinner? Where do we go? And so I was thinking, I've always wanted to bring you to go and eat omakase, but I didn't tell you that. So I was thinking, I asked you, right, do you want to go and have dinner at Keppel Bay?
Yeah.
And then you said yes, you don't mind. But first, on the way to Keppel Bay, it was really, really, really beautiful.
It was a really nice day.
Yeah, look, the sun, the clouds.
And then the
clear
moment like
sky.
I was there, I was just like, shit, Teresa, I'm so underdressed.
I don't think you were underdressed, you know. I really don't think so. Like I don't expect that we have to show up in like an evening gown and suit. But I think we were not in shorts, you know. We were not in tank tops. Yeah. So I don't think you were underdressed. Yeah, that was really nice. Some really nice pictures you took of me. Thank you. Yeah, and then we finally arrived like kind of near the area where the restaurant was, and you asked whether we were eating there. I said no. I didn't want you to know before we got there. So that when finally reservation time came, we went up lah. And I was like, "You're right lah, you're right." So we went and ended up going to Sushi Jiro. I heard before that this is a really nice place for omakase. And
We had a 10-course meal.
yeah, I really enjoyed the dinner. Like, it was not a dinner we can have every day, because it's not cheap, but I would consider it like a special occasion dinner, you know, once in a long while.
I still have no idea how much it costs.
I'm not going to tell you how much your birthday dinner costs. But yeah, the food
It was really good. Yeah.
It was your first omakase dinner.
So if you actually have high blood pressure or gout, like please reconsider, because it's really, really like potent in terms of like the sashimi is so good, like it melts in your mouth immediately. I was really surprised with the sashimi platter because I thought that I would actually go for the salmon as the first option, but I actually like while eating the rest, I was like, oh my god, this is so good! Oh my god, this is so good! Like everything was so good. Yeah, and then even the soup, right? I think it was like lobster soup or something. It's lobster miso soup, and it was so decadent. It was very thick. You could taste everything. The wagyu beef was melting in your mouth, and then like even the fish roll dish, they had like gold flakes on it. It was really good. Really, really
good. It's not pictured here, but there was also oysters, which I don't eat, so you had two.
It was so good. So I had 2 oysters, and they were huge, like the biggest oysters I've ever eaten. It was so fresh. It was so good.
I mean, I think something about omakase, I guess, is because I generally eat very fast. But then this one you have to eat at the pace that the chef makes for you, right? So it kind of forces me at least to slow down and really try and enjoy your food, you know. But I think definitely, it was really, really, really tasty. And then the last dish that you can see on the right middle is your birthday cake. Because I actually put down in the remark section that it's a birthday. So they actually took note of that and gave us a cake. And
I had no idea this was actually planned. I was just like looking forward to like honeydew because I really like honeydew. And then all of a sudden I see this lady. So there was this staff. There were actually 2 staff that served us, excluding the chef, right? So one of the girl, she was actually very demure looking, but she started like teasing me more and more as the courses went by. And then I was just like, what's going on? Like, why is she teasing me and stuff like that, right? So then eventually she appeared at the last course with the honeydew, the cake, and the ice cream. And even as she placed it onto my table, she told me, oh, you know, the ice cream is all wasabi. Then I looked at her, I was like, what? And she's like, no, kidding. It's matcha. And then I was just like, I'm not sure if you're kidding or not.
I wouldn't mind wasabi ice cream.
Oh my god.
Just to try.
What a way to ruin the taste.
Experimental.
It was really good. The honeydew was really sweet. The cake was a crepe
cake, yeah.
Crepe cake. And then there was black sesame, there was yuzu ice cream, and there was matcha green tea ice cream.
Yeah. It was so good. It was good.
Teresa, on the other hand, only received a honeydew, like a slice.
She didn't want to share at first. At first. Then she did, because I was looking very pitiful. Yeah, but it was really nice. I think it was very quiet, you know, really nice atmosphere. You look out on the left, I think you also can see the water, you know. Yeah, so it's really nice. I thought it was a very nice way to end the birthday. This is the last video, I think. And that is all we have. But we have some extra footage. The first picture is from...
This was after Mexican food on second day. I was in that purple dress.
Oh, yeah. That's
we're like, let's take a photo.
This is my current wallpaper. And then in the middle, that is under... Like, that's where CityLink is, right?
Yeah.
And then what goes up? Is it Marina Square?
I think so.
Yeah, so it leads to Marina Square, but then the only way is stairs and then escalator. So I had to go and find another way. It's a long ass way to Marina Square.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things that I was like annoyed at. But yeah, I mean, what can you do besides you carrying me?
Which I don't mind. I'm really strong.
You are really strong. But not trying to hurt you on your birthday. So,
okay.
Or any other day. And then on the right was it meant to be your birthday? It was, right? Birthday present?
Yes.
Yes, but it took a while because of shipping delays. It's actually 2 pairs of socks and a mask, a face mask. So I
That's
didn't
my
want you
Cooper.
that the mask is your Cooper, your tripod doggo.
Yeah.
So
Sausage doggo.
he's sausage tripod doggo. He can protect you from diseases in the air. And then Seb, my cat, who somehow became your cat because he loves you more. Socks, because protect you from cold feet. Why not? And then me, because also why not, right?
I actually wore the socks with Teresa on it, like to one of the dinner at her friend's place, and like initially no one noticed until we were at the dining table, and then I think one person looked down, and she's like, "Oh my god, are you wearing Teresa on your feet?"
It's like, is that? I was like, oh no.
Well, it's funny. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wear Teresa's face on my feet more often.
Thank you. I will protect you from cold feet. Yeah, but I also forgot to put down where I got this from. It will be also below in the description box.
Yeah.
But I think that is what I have for the 3-day staycay birthday celebration for your birthday.
We had a lot of fun. Well done.
Thank you. It was chill.
Good job, Merm. No one knows the inside joke.
It's fine. Don't tell them. If you know, you know. Yeah, but it was super fun. Very chill. A little bit of excess hiccups here and there, but I think that is something that
stress-free kind of.
Yeah, it was generally quite stress-free, so it was quite good, enjoyable.
It's definitely a tummy satisfying, fulfilling 3 days.
Yes. And now we have to look forward to what's the next one?
1 year anniversary.
Is it 1 year? Then after that is Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the next thing to look forward to is the 1 year anniversary, which we won't tell you when. But yeah, that is what we have for this episode. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I think this probably will come up really, really soon, and then we'll see if we can actually find another way to film our upcoming video. We do have a lot of ideas. We just don't have the time, or sometimes we don't have the mood to do it, or like the creative brain cells to do it as well. But if you want us to come up with a video in another format, perhaps non-PowerPoint slides, perhaps you want us to do a review of something else, let us know.
Yeah.
We may or may not do it, but let us know anyways. Bye.
Thank you for joining us. This has been Kopi Ono with TJ and Kev. Goodbye. See you in the next episode.